So I'd like to call this meeting of the Southern Berkshire Regional School District School Committee to order 1695. We are going to have to go into executive session, so I need a motion to go into executive session, please.
So moved.
Can you state the reason?
Okay, motion to enter into executive session pursuant to MGL C30A.
Paragraph?
Paragraph 21A to discuss the deployment of security personnel or devices or strategies with respect thereto and return to open session.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay. Roll call. Jim?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Yes.
Miguel? Julie?
Yes.
Carl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arthur?
Arthur? Yes.
Okay. All right.
Approval of the previous school committee minutes.
November 20th.
3A. Do we have only one?
Yeah, it just looks like one. November 20th.
We don't have minutes after November 20th?
Not yet.
We don't have our December minutes yet. We had a meeting.
Okay. Okay.
Roll call?
No? Questions?
Oh, sorry.
No? We have a motion and a second? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So on page 4, when we make a motion to amend the agenda, I could never figure out where it got a agenda. Is there a way to put a little phrase in there that said how we changed the agenda? Is that appropriate? I'm not quite sure what we did. Like, I honestly couldn't remember, and my paper notes don't reflect anything. So did we move something, or did we bring something in?
Art suggested this item be discussed with the subcommittee updates at the end of the meeting. So if you missed that line, it was discussed at the end of the meeting. It was discussed with the update.
Oh, so it had to do with that open meeting law thing that?
Correct.
That's why we amended
Correct.
the agenda? Okay, all right, well, okay, didn't get that.
So the actual item wasn't, the agenda item wasn't discussed then.
Yeah,
The chair had asked to discuss it at the end.
okay. And I wonder if on page 5, can we make reference to who the culinary gift was from? Just for recognition purpose?
I'll have to go back and check.
Yeah, I'm not sure, I don't remember who that was, but I just think for the record, it would be nice to know.
No,
No,
that was
there was a
this is the
second one. The second
Yep,
one, that's
this is the
that's
second one.
why I'm wondering.
Yep.
And then on page 7, I know it's a typo, but I'm not quite sure what it should be. It talks about the bids, right at the top of the page, there were 3 sold bids. Does that mean solid bids?
Solid.
Okay, I wasn't sure, that's the end of my edits or suggestions. Thank you.
Marketplace.
That's what it is.
Anybody else? Seeing none? Take a roll call vote. Bonnie? Jim? Nancy? Amy? Miguel?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
Carl?
No, he's muted.
Now he's muted. Kim? Kim? Carl?
Anybody? Anybody out there?
Arthur, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Correspondence, do we have any correspondence?
No, sir.
And enrollment report. Is that Carl?
I believe so.
Did you get a hold of him? Or you can't? Carl?
Is that Carl stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carl, you have background noise. You have to mute.
I think I'm getting muted. Well, is there a question for me, or am I
No,
supposed to be doing
Carl.
something right now?
You're listening to Marketplace and we don't want to hear it.
I'm not.
Oh, then it's somebody else's. No.
Okay, it's all right.
David?
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go on with enrollment. So it looks like we're still,
So we're down one from the
Yep.
first day of school,
yep,
and we're down a total of 6 from our high on November 1st. Remember that October 1st is the number that gets sent into the state that will be counted for our Chapter 70 funding.
And these are people that have moved or changed, or, yeah.
Are there any general reasons that?
We haven't,
Shared-
yeah, we haven't started to explore that yet. I
I
know that the
just-
committee is asking for that.
Right,
we
yeah, to
not-
have 3 out of
Right.
Mount Everett, it'd
Yep.
be interesting to know.
Jesse, do you
just
have any
generally.
insight necessarily?
I'm almost positive all three of them have moved out of the area.
Okay.
Oh, that they've moved.
We have a couple situations of
Oh.
parents in different places.
Yep, sure.
and So I believe all three of them, it's a change in address out of state.
But is it more than one family? I mean, it could easily be a family with 3 children and spread out like,
Those are 3 different students.
they are,
Not
oh,
from the
three
same
three
family.
different households?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but, okay. Thanks.
okay. Student representative report?
Not here.
Not here, okay. No student spotlight, public comment.
Nobody's.
Nobody's
in the
here?
public.
So that's that. Superintendent's report.
Do you want to do your report, or do you want to?
Chairman report?
Yeah.
Okay, no, because we have a lot of stuff at the end, so
Okay.
I'm nixing my report right
Look
at
at
the
you.
moment.
All right.
Not
He's not.
in-
No, you don't.
No.
Nope. Nope. Correct.
And do we know what?
Because we're still in the process of figuring everything out, and
We hope to have something for the
yeah.
29th.
there'll be something for the 29th,
Right.
and we're close to being where we need to be, and we'll be moving forward from there.
Exactly.
Okay. you're up.
Superintendent's report. Okay,
Yeah.
so like a good teacher, I'm only passing these out now that you can have them. We were highlighted in this week's commissioner's memo. We are number 2. The picture itself is on the back. Southern Berkshire was highlighted in an email that went out to everybody who reads the commissioner's memo. Also from the commissioner arriving today is the certificate that I was referring to earlier about us achieving math scores prior to pre-pandemic levels, which we'll have framed and put out in the world somewhere. And then the final item that I want to discuss, I want to thank Chris Thompson for this. I think you all know we've had some hiccups this year with our school messenger, getting information out to families, hearing that I got a phone call, but I didn't get a text. I got an email, but I didn't get a phone call. I didn't get any. And Chris, to his credit, has taken every single individual one and looked on the Power School side and tried to figure out what needs to be done. In addition, Chris has been doing a substantial amount of research, and I'm proud to say that this spring, we are going to ask for volunteer families as well as volunteer teachers to pilot a new app called Parent Square. Parent Square is a lot more user-friendly. It, number one, does translation on the fly. So for our families for whom English is not their first language, they can opt in as speaking a different language, and it's their choice. It's still on us to make sure that our messaging that goes out is in a different language. It's a lot more user-friendly. For lack of a better word, it allows teachers to do, and this is an awful example, but it's the only one that we've been able to come up with, like a Facebook page for their class. So Miguel and Amy have their kiddos in the same class. They can look and see, oh, the teacher posted this, this, and this. It's also really user-friendly for teachers. So for example, if I'm the teacher of this class and I only want to send a message to Bonnie, Jim, Arthur, Chris, and Sandy, I can write the message, click on those names, push send, and the same message goes to those folks and not the rest of you. But it's also really great on the parent side. Sarah has it as a parent for her kiddos in her district. Strangely enough, on the Mass Superintendent's listserv this week was somebody asking about Parent Square. They're considering going to it. In the 5 months that I've been here, I've never seen more than 1 or 2 responses. 8 other superintendents in the Commonwealth responded and said, we're using it and we love it. So we're going to pilot it both with teachers, volunteer teachers. We're going to ask for volunteers for families. It'll be in my newsletter tomorrow. The goal is to be rolling this out as we start next school year, so that we are going to disentangle ourselves from the Power School messaging system and move to Parent Square. What that will require is some professional development in the beginning of the year to help teachers get up to speed on how to use just the basics, right? So it'll be a new platform for them to use. We'll probably do some community nights for families to come in, help them download the app, help them, get through the bells and whistles, that kind of stuff. But it's really important to me that folks are able to get messages from us in the way that works for them. And the last thing that I want is for somebody to show up here on a day where we have said there's going to be no school, and unfortunately that's happened a handful of times already, and I feel very badly when that happens. So again, all credit to Chris for A, finding this, B, starting to do the work, as well as taking each individual person who emails me and said, you should have texted me, not called me. I'm sure Chris was happy that, what did we have, like 2 from the last one, right, that I was able to forward. The first couple we've had a bunch. Do you want to add anything that I've missed?
Yeah, I would just say that Parent Square is well, it's ease of use and parent communication. It's a bigger umbrella too. So right now we have our website, and that is done through a company called Aptogee, which has some of the same resources and capabilities, but at a far larger price. So we have our website. Teachers pretty much right now their only option for parent communication is phone call or email, which they can do through our Plus Portal system. That holds grades. That's not going away. But other communication elements we have, like superintendent does his s'mores newsletter. S'mores newsletter types of features are embedded in Parent Square. So currently our school messenger system was purchased by Power School. It's gotten a little less user-friendly as Power School has taken over, particularly if you're not a Power School district for your student information system. So Parent Square is student information system agnostic. They don't care what you use. So we're already sending our Redeker data out to them. But basically it will take what is currently in Power School, Plus Portals, s'mores. It'll bring it under one umbrella for a cheaper cost, for less money. So there'll be alerts that can go out just as they are now, text, calls, school emails. Those will be the larger no school types of calls. Posts can happen in the classroom on a day or semi-daily basis. And that sort of looks like the Facebook kind of thing for your classroom in a private, secure type of environment. And it has RSVP capabilities. So you guys were asking about, I didn't know about this school play. Well, now we can issue RSVPs to the school committee. Or Michelle uses Evite to invite people to our Transcend meeting. Well, we can use this now, and we can get back. So we don't have to have yet another platform to do these types of things. And then there's the private chat. So if a teacher needs to get a hold of a parent in particular, yes, phone call, email, but they can also go through the app. It'll send a communication to the parent in the app, as well as a text message with auto translation for our non-English speaking parents. So, and then we as administrators get a nice dashboard. The dashboard will give us information on parent engagement, how many click-throughs did we get, as well as give us the tech team some any information on where there were any difficulties, wrong number or what have you. So.
Will that address at all the issue that parents often have of having trouble getting their students' homework? Or are we still using the old system?
Student homework would be in Google Classroom or Plus Portals, yeah. There's no homework in Parent Square now. But the teachers can, I suppose, and they could use it as that. You can in Parent Square you can do field trip permission forms. We can do some online forms like that. So yeah, I'm sure there's some capabilities that teachers will use it for other ways that we're not particularly seeing it exactly. But that's not its main intent. Homework, that would still probably be in their main learning management system, which we use Google Classroom.
Yes.
I think the translate piece is fantastic. I really do. Given that in the district we have several different cultures, it's not just Spanish, but also too that I rely on Google Translate a lot. My Portuguese is not very good, and it's a godsend for everybody. Absolutely. Great. Thank you.
That's my report, sir.
Okay, and thank everybody for the wonderful news that was presented to us tonight.
So just a side thing, what does it say, it's Martinez? Yeah,
What's that?
Martinez,
Yep.
Yeah, he was on local NPR on Cape for a an hour local show.
Wow.
Talking to, people, talking to the presenter, but also taking questions from the public and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it's something that might be worth talking to.
I'll ask. Yep.
Local station, I don't know the WSBS, but it would be at the WMC.
Sure. Thank you.
That was cool. It was cool. I was not so impressed when we were at MASC, but it was much more, I was much more impressed.
Okay, Sarah?
So, Monday, we have a full day of PD coming up at the end of the month. All of our staff will be participating in PD one way or another. We have some safety training for our front office staff and our administrative staff. They'll do that together. Our cafeteria staff will be doing training. We are working on putting together an hour called Refill, Reset, and Reconnect to give everybody in our buildings an opportunity to do something that's going to fill their bucket. We've been talking a lot about social emotional learning. It's not only important for our students, it's also important for our educators and our staff. So we're working on putting that together. We'll also be working on our pathways, and we'll be working on some curriculum work that day as well. So it's a really loaded day. I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be good for everybody involved. We're also meeting that week with the PD committee to, we're going to work together as a group to create a survey as we think about the needs for PD for next year and get some feedback on what we've done this year and kind of what people need, what they liked, what they didn't like. And we're going to collect that and create that collaboratively.
Okay,
And that's it.
thank you. Sandy?
Good evening. I have a report in your packet, and
You'll note that it looks similar. Like every year, I try to give you as much information as I can as we prepare for the budget. In there, you'll see some information regarding our early childhood program and kind of preparing for our screenings, which will take place after school ends. And we're looking at census data, which is just coming in now or soon to see what we can expect as far as our 3- and 4-year-olds. We're also looking at referral data and the number of students on IEPs, which has maintained kind of the same percentage right now. What we are looking at, though, is what types of services we're needing to provide and also how students are qualifying. You've heard me say this a million times. Social, emotional, behavioral, mental health. That's not all, of course. There are obviously other learning needs, but that is something that we're really focusing on. I've mentioned before that we're working with Southern Berkshire Community Care Coordination. We met with them again today. myself and Cara D'Amico, who's one of our school psychologists, and she runs our intervention meetings, our multi-tiered system supports meetings, and our 504 meetings. Obviously, I oversee special education and other departments, as you're aware. So what we do is work with families and outside agencies to identify areas where we can coordinate and collaborate to provide a system of supports to students and families. So actually, we have somebody coming in to work with us from SBCCC to talk a little bit about how we can manage and support families who are experiencing domestic violence. So these are all the things that we're working toward right now as far as shoring up our resources. And with all of that, that helps us to really look at where our resources are needed and developing a budget for next year, looking at programmatic changes. Are there things that we need to, beef up? Are there things that we can kind of take a step back from? And we're just trying to be as thoughtful as possible as we're preparing for that. So working with everybody in the department, looking at the needs, looking at the wants, and what are our priorities based on our student representatives and what we're seeing from our families right now. So just wanted to share that all with you. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Are you seeing, as all the work that you've been doing over the last several years, particularly following COVID, are you seeing the need levels being less than what they were, or are they staying at about the same?
Change, how I would describe it. I think at first we saw more learning needs. Then it evolved into, I've mentioned before, anxiety and depression, and we started to implement the mental health screenings that we conduct here. We are seeing families in need and how it's impacting children. So again, I mentioned this earlier today in our admin meeting, I cannot say enough about the consultants that we have working with us. We're very fortunate to have some really terrific folks like Dr. Steve Hoff, Dr. Andrea Larman, just a couple of folks. But if we need them in kind of an emergent situation, they will respond like immediately and be an assist to our teams. And all of these things are so important to us in being in our location here to be able to provide support. So it's changing, and it's changed more again this year. We're talking about it all the time. So, thank you. Appreciate you all. It is. I appreciate all of that you all do. Thank you.
Okay, new business. Vote to approve enrollment of 9th grade student from Global Education Program for the 2026-2027 school year.
So this is document 12A in your packet. Go. I was going to give a little explanation, but if you want to go right ahead, go right ahead.
Motion to approve the enrollment of a 9th grade student from the Global Education Program for the 2026-2027 school year. Anyone want to second that?
Second.
Okay, and go to it.
So document 12A, which is in your packet, contains a brief bio of the young person who is interested in coming to join us next year. As I understand it, and pretty much everybody in this room knows more about this program than I do. This was a pretty robust program, had to pause post-COVID, and between Stephanie Graham and Victoria Aldham, they're trying to resurrect it. Both Stephanie and Victoria have been working diligently on this to move this forward. Stephanie is accepting a Fulbright scholarship at the end of has accepted a Fulbright scholarship, and I believe is leaving us at the end of next month. So Victoria Aldham is going to be the new advisor to the Global Education Program. And needless to say, I think this would be a tremendous addition to our community.
Bonnie?
We're fortunate that years ago, the district went through the process in order to have the legal ability to accept a student at full tuition, or more than one student at full tuition in our district. And it really is wonderful both for our students and the students who come, and hopefully it will expand. It was not only student, but we had programs because of being in the global program where we had a group of our students who traveled to Germany one year, and then students from Germany came here, China, India.
Egypt.
So we've had, for those of you who were not here, then it's really been an enrichment, especially for a district like ours. We're able to really learn about other countries, other cultures, and the students who've taken part, even for the brief period ones, have always commented how important it was in their history. So it's really wonderful that you opened the door again for Stephanie and that we're doing this.
Yeah, I'm so
Is she planning when she returns to take over the leadership?
I don't know, because that'll be, at this point, it's supposed to be mid-year. So I think she'll be returning in either March or April of the following year.
Of the following year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Fulbright.
It's a Fulbright is at least a
She
year.
did a full,
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
Indeed,
Well, and I'm glad Victoria's doing it. I think she's going to do a great job.
indeed.
Yeah.
So this program then is a tuition program, is that right? The families pay to do
Correct.
this. This is not, like, I'm familiar with the Rotary Exchange program from many years ago.
Right.
Because my daughter participated in that. So this is different.
Correct.
What is the housing
So
like?
that's, once we have this approval, they're going to start looking to solicit volunteers to house this young person when they come.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be a
then
local family.
there might be a local family or shared,
We're-
like with
yes.
Rotary, I think we had 3 families
So
throughout the year or
as
something.
it was described to me, they're going to look for one host family.
Oh, one host family?
Yes.
For the whole year?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In the past, we've done this, sometimes it's preferable to have one family.
Yeah.
Other times, we have had families who express interest, but have said, can I do a half a year?
Right.
So we would explore all options.
All options.
Right, we're not, I shouldn't have said that we're going to shut, but the way that it was described to me,
Was
once
that-
this is approved, they're
Yeah.
going to start vetting families.
Oh, okay.
And make the best choice, whether it's a half year, third of, whatever it
Sure.
is, to make
No, I
sure this
just was
individual
curious.
feels welcome.
Yeah,
How that worked, yeah.
The last student came with us, stayed with one family for her year experience.
Okay. That's great. That's great. Good.
And that
May I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
Our last student, I believe, came from Cambodia, and actually, this family she stayed with is a Monterey family, and their son's graduating this year, and she participated not only in a lot of our, programming and our college courses, like through Simon's Rock, but also in sports. She ran a couple of our sports, both spring and fall. That's all I want to say. She's a good kid.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim.
at the community entrance, the stanchion that's there in several languages, that was a result of one of our global cities. It was made by an Egremont family plus the students.
Quick question. How is this advertised? Like, how in the world would Stephanie and or Victoria find a student from Madrid that's interested in
So
coming
as I
here? How does that
understood
work?
it, when
In a nutshell.
we okayed the, for lack of a better word, relicensure as our status as a school that would accept an international student, there is a network there. So Stephanie was able to reach out and say, Southern Berkshire has renewed, whatever we had to do, if there are students that would like to come to the Northeast in a small rural community
With lousy cell
with cell service that doesn't exist, send them our way.
that was our, I was gonna say, the kid who came to live with us for a while, Amir, from Egypt. He came to Southfield from Cairo. I'm in the middle of the freaking woods, right? With dial-up internet service. No, yeah, I don't think it was cell phone in those days. And then we got a snowstorm. So we were locked, we were stuck, but no power, with nothing. And there's kids looking out the window going,
What did I do? Well, it's
excuse me.
Yeah, exactly, like the young lady she was outside of Paris. That was living with us for 4 months. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, it was very different. It was very different.
Great.
It was fun. Anyway.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So it's a vote.
Yep, roll call vote.
Yes.
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 Carl?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Arthur, yes. Thank you. Okay, review and approve the
Actuarial services agreement for.
agreement for-
May I use my phone to explain what
Oh,
this is?
You certainly can.
Thank you. So, what you have in front of you, and I believe this is document 12B. So this is from Terry Licata, who's our HR and payroll. GASB 75 is the Governmental Accounting Standards Board standard that requires state and local governments to report the full liability of, the acronym is OPEB, standing for Other Post-Employment Benefits, on their financial statements, like retiree health, dental, and vision, significantly changing past reporting by moving the liability from notes to the balance sheet and requiring actuarial evaluations every 2 years to better reflect true costs. This standard replaced GASB 45 for fiscal years starting after June 15th, 2017, improving transparency for public sector retiree benefits. As I understand it, it is an outside agency that evaluates and tells us what we might be paying in the future for retiree benefits. It's not something that we calculate ourselves.
Yeah, and one of the questions that I had asked Brian before the meeting was whether or not Southern Berkshire had a revolving fund, because some municipalities do take extra money in their town budgets to plan for paying large retiree benefits for the future. Most of our benefits are paid per year, and he thought Southern Berkshire was paid per year. So that,
Then my follow-up to that is, those of you remember when we were doing the potential of a merger, the big issue was that nobody was putting enough money into paying for retirees. Now,
right, that's what I was referring to, setting aside now for like a revolving account,
Exciting comment.
where's the band?
It's KMS.
So is
Come with
this
music.
something that happened because of KMS? Is this something?
This is required
so
of us, as I understand.
Yeah,
Because it's required for all, it says state and local governments to report the full liability for their other post-employment benefits on their financial statements.
Have you spoken with this was such a big issue during the whole merger time. Have you spoken with other superintendents about whether, because
No.
nobody was putting money in?
No, so
What they- was
so
needed.
for this is just for us to continue, this is the current company that's doing it for us. We want to continue with this current company. Their contract is up, we would like to continue doing it. As we,
Which company?
KMS.
KMS. right.
They're already doing it, their contract was up, this is to renew their contract. In terms of budgeting, that's a long-term conversation that we will ultimately have to have. I mean, with a workforce as senior as the one that we have, at some point, there will be a turnover. And so we would be able to work with these folks to say, if a quarter of them retired in the next 2 years, if half of them retired in the next 2 years, if all of them retired in the next 2 years, could you help us budget for that going forward?
So, I'm sorry to take time of this questions,
No,
but this
go
is
ahead.
really critical. Is there a discussion that's taken place among the superintendents, or have you spoken to your mentor? Because I know Beth had explained it to me, and that nobody was covering a sufficient amount of money.
So I would make, and please don't construct this to make it seem like building and grounds and retirees are the same thing. But for budgeting purposes, when push comes to shove, school committees like all of you are planning for the students that are coming through. Rarely have I ever seen six figures in a capital improvement line. The fact that you folks have that is remarkable. So that's door number one. You're ahead of at least the other three districts where I've served. Door number two is it would be difficult, from my perspective, for all of you to go back to your towns to say, we need to have even more of an increase because we're worried about paying retiree benefits in the future. So having those conversations, I think, should be part of a long-term plan, not a plan for the FY27 budget, which is what we're working on. These folks, KMS, would be helpful in terms of that long-term planning because they would have the actuarial tables for the folks that are currently serving with us.
I think you would find, even if you ask the local towns within our district, that they're in a similar situation.
Correct.
That they budget annually
Correct.
to pay retroactive
Correct.
retirees. They're
Correct.
not setting money aside.
I don't know-
At least,
yes.
that, as far as I know, 3 years ago, that was the case in Sheffield. I mean, I don't know where they are. I'm not on finance anymore,
My
but.
concern is what other superintendent, did every superintendent get this now?
This is only because KMS is
Okay.
as ours and their contract is up.
We've had them for
Right.
years.
It is, having this actuarial is required of every state and local municipality. So others must be doing it, and either they're up this year or they're up next year, because it's a 2-year cycle. Just to have the actual folks on board to do this work.
Does it impact what we do for budgeting at all for this year?
Absolutely.
No.
Every year.
I mean, in this,
Absolutely.
like,
Yes, but no.
like, in the sense that we would have to look and see who has put in papers for retirement to this point? Sure.
It does every year.
I mean, like, it's,
Yeah.
it's,
Right.
it's-
Something to look at.
But what was said, and it was a big issue when we were looking at merger, is that across Berkshire County,
even
It's
Julie
not
said
a
municipalities
Berkshire
aren't
County
doing it.
thing. Even municipalities.
no, I know, but particularly because the school districts weren't doing it.
But
We
I
are
don't
doing-
think there's
we
very
are
many
doing it.
school
We've been
districts
doing
doing.
this, right.
On an
setting some
annual,
money aside.
my guess is you're doing it on an annual basis.
Yeah.
It's,
That's,
yeah.
that,
It's in our
there was no
annual
school
budget.
district that I've served so far that is projecting out and including more retiree benefits in their local annual budget for the exact reasons that I said to all of you. Let's say just for round numbers, this is not real. Let's say without investing more in retiree benefits, the increase to the taxpayers next year would be 2%. Would you be comfortable going out to say, we are now going to plan for 4% so that we can put an additional 2% into retiree benefits? I don't think that would go well in towns for school committees to say, we need so much more money to pay for retirees. So what I'm offering is, if we will plan annually, so as a part of these budget conversations, we will include an appropriate amount for what KMS advises us for next year. I do think whoever is in this chair next year with all of you should say, given the wisdom of the staff that's currently here, we should probably look at a 5-year plan to say, what happens if half go in 2 years and the other half go the following, to your point, so that it isn't a huge payment. But even if you do make that choice, it would have to be a conversation with the towns. And if the towns aren't already doing it,
You're not seeing Doug. I don't know if you want to write, it's not public comment, but Doug may or may not have
I'm
something.
chairman of the Finance Committee in Marlboro, and we just had our kickoff meeting, and this is one of the main items on our kickoff meeting. And we're already planning on putting somewhat over $50,000 this year into the retirement
And
benefits.
an OPEB.
Because we've recognized this issue. I think you're on the right track to have that work done for the actuarial, right?
Well, we have to.
And I think you really, in a responsible way, must start funding for the pensions now, like you say, so it's over time.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think, I have to believe that other towns are starting to recognize this.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal for everybody.
It's a big deal for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's not the kind of thing that you want to, stick your head in the sand.
No, not,
No, and
We're not saying that.
We're not.
Like a little bit off each year going forward. Just
Okay.
my input.
But Doug, what you're
Thanks, Doug.
saying is
Thanks,
that
Doug.
50,000 relates to your employees, not to anything with the school district, correct?
No, it has nothing to do with the school district.
I
It
just
has
wanna
to
be
do
sure.
with funding
Yes,
Berkshire
retirees.
County retirement
Come on, we're
Exactly.
getting up,
plan.
Yeah, we're
So
getting
we're
off
getting,
track.
we gotta get
Okay.
back on track.
Sorry.
Well, you're on,
No,
That was,
Just wanted to offer that.
shouldn't have happened. Bonnie, we do this every year. It's always in the budget. It's always figured out during the budget process how many retirees are in the school district and what money it takes to fund the retirement. It's always been done that way.
right. I am just concerned that the AMS is going to be able to guide us.
correct.
Yes,
Correct.
they
They have and they
They
will.
have
If you
been
approve this,
for
they have
years.
and they will.
We've had this company now for at least, I don't know, 3, probably 6 years that I know of.
And we're happy with the work
Yeah.
that they've done.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
gonna be
Terry
my
didn't, Terry didn't
questions.
push back at all. She said,
No.
please, just get this approved.
Do we have a motion yet?
Yes?
Yes.
Just making
No?
No, I make a motion that we approve the actuarial services agreement for KMS actuaries.
And seeing no more comment? Bonnie,
Yes.
Jim,
yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Amy, Miguel,
Yes.
Julie,
Yes.
Carl,
Yeah.
Kim,
Yes.
Arthur, yes. Thank you. So, now, C, I am sad and happy in the same sentence. I'm happy, hopefully you're happy for retirement, and I hope it goes to the best, and sad that you're retiring and you're not gonna be here anymore.
I'm grateful for all that you have carried the
Yeah.
district through the last 27
So-
years and how much work you guys have done to improve the social, emotional well-being. Never mind the academic stuff, just the overall gist of the kids. It's great.
Thank
So
you.
for I have a resignation letter, I got it a while ago. It is in the packet, but I'm going to read it anyway. So, I am writing to formally notify you of my intention to retire from my position as Director of Student Services effective August 7th, 2026. As I reflect on what will be more than 27 years with Southern Berkshire Regional School District, beginning as a speech and language therapy provider, and for the past 17 years serving as Director of Student Services, I am filled with deep appreciation. It has been an honor to serve the students, families, and broader community of the district. I am deeply grateful for the trust, support, and opportunities you have provided throughout my career. One of the most meaningful aspects of my work has been the district's strong sense of community and shared commitment to student success. This environment has allowed us to develop and expand programs that respond to evolving needs for our students, ensuring that they receive the services, support necessary to thrive. I am proud of the progress we have made together and of the district's unwavering dedication to meeting students where they are and helping them grow. As my retirement date approaches, I remain committed to supporting a smooth and thoughtful transition. I look forward to collaborating with you to ensure continuity of services and leadership within the Department of Student Services. Thank you again for the privilege of serving Southern Berkshire Regional School District for many years, Sandy Hubbard, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Doug.
I'd like to make a motion, we accept Sandria Hubbard's letter of resignation with deep appreciation for her 27 years of service.
And thank you again. Bonnie? Jim? Nancy?
Yes.
Amy? Julie? Carl?
Yes.
And Kim?
Yes.
And Arthur, gladly, yes. Who? Do we have any unfinished business?
Not listed, no.
Okay. Okay. Subcommittee reports, something I'm going to do a little bit differently. Whoever had subcommittee meetings, please just let me know, and we will go that way instead of reading them all off for no reason to do. So, has anybody had any subcommittee meetings?
Yeah, the ad hoc handbook review, we're working on it, and yeah, we'll have something to present to you probably next month or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the Templar review?
No, I don't think, yeah, I think let's just wait. I mean, yeah.
And personnel negotiations, Sarah sent out the first of the revised sets of minutes. Have you gotten any feedback? Me neither. So we'll just meet on the next set, moving along.
Okay, and I have ad hoc business that we need to attend to. Future agenda items, does anybody have anything else? We have dates out looking for to get open architects. We're waiting to finalize those dates.
Right.
Kim?
Superintendent eval met also.
Yep.
Okay.
Basically, we went through our school committee goals, the platform we would like to use for the survey,
Have you
and
got
how
hold of
we
this?
work together to mesh whatever goals and evidence he would like to display within the survey. And I have come to an agreement that he would start merging them all together and putting it in a cohesive platform so that we can review it to get it out to the school committee members to get it evaluated. I think that's about it.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Under future,
No, I don't see that she's on.
Not yet. Liz?
So,
under
yes.
future, C.
Yep.
It's potential future school committee members, so we want
Okay.
to drum up from the 5 towns interest.
Okay.
Which will be in the newsletter.
Okay, so,
While we're waiting
I'm gonna
for
step
Liz,
out.
can-
Yes.
Can we talk about what is the future of this faculty and staff night? Is that like a mingle thing? Is that something else? What?
yeah, that's what I'm intending it to be. Just to invite everybody here, listen to everybody, us ask questions, they ask questions, and just,
An evening thing or an after-school thing while teachers are still here? I mean, I can't, if somebody lives in Pittsfield, they're not gonna drive back at 7 o'clock. I just wondered what you were, more detail on what you were fleshing out. Or what you were envisioning.
That's why it's future agenda.
That's, yeah.
Well, but I mean,
No.
since
No,
Liz
I-
isn't
I-
here, I
After
thought it was.
school- After school does make a lot more sense than being here. So it has to be a time that we can all get together.
Yeah.
I'm just, that's trying to put this together after we get through with open architects and one hurdle, we're gonna jump into the next hurdle.
Oh, yeah, there's many more. Uh-huh.
Okay, so everybody saw people that were, I'm just gonna, talk a little bit about the, names. Michelle emailed everybody the applicants that we have, and, as soon as Liz gets on, we'll move forward with, all that stuff.
Can I ask one
Yep.
question, just
If I-
related? I noticed we talked about a January 29th school committee meeting, but on the search committee, semifinalist interview is also the 29th?
We're gonna have to.
Is it going to be a back-to-back situation, or
It
doing?
might have to be a back-to-back.
Okay, I wondered if that was like an oversight that we were going to change that
No.
date to, or,
The dates are, we're gonna,
yeah, the dates are kind of crazy, so.
the dates are gonna be crazy, and that's the only way that this all works.
That we can get it done.
Yeah, that we can get it done.
Chris, can you admit her?
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Liz.
2026.
About to ramp up, folks.
Yeah.
So we have 16 applicants, 15 applicants?
Well, but they're for different categories, right?
Okay, so that's more than the last time that,
Well, because we had two additional from the towns that weren't represented, so it's
Correct.
probably closer to 19 or so.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
do we have, we're gonna,
Everybody's name, you have.
okay. I didn't.
Mind if I sit next to you?
No.
Michelle, can you email me, because I didn't receive anything.
Yeah, you got it today. The packet was attached to the email today.
Okay, my email has been acting up, so.
Well, we didn't have phone service. We didn't have any service yesterday, today, with
Yeah, that was
Verizon.
weird. I know,
Yeah.
Verizon went
Right.
crazy. Yeah.
You want me to email it to you or text it to you?
I do not have, I'm looking.
Do you want me to text it to you?
It's sort of hidden the way the email comes. You've got, because it's 3 attachments, not 2, so you
Right.
can't see the
I
third
only
one.
see 2 attachments, I'm like, oh, there it is.
Ah, yeah, it was hidden. Yeah.
Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome, Kim. I had the same problem a little earlier today.
Nope, wrong packet.
Oh.
It's here somewhere.
No, what's that?
It's right here.
Separate packet.
I told you it was here somewhere. Okay, so as everybody sees, these are our, the dates that we're working off from, and we're gonna have to stick to them as diligently as we can. So we can only end up with 15, because we wanted a total of 20.
Right.
So,
Oh, of the community members?
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I did a count,
okay,
and it's 6 faculty staff,
yep,
4 select board members, I believe. There
There's
were
5 now.
Okay, all right. 6 parents and 3, maybe 4 community members.
Well, parent community members, one category, right, to get to 20.
right,
Because there's a 5 ad hoc, 5 parent community, 5 teacher staff, and 5 select
Okay.
board.
right.
All right, so then.
So I have 7 in one category, 7 in the teacher category, then the 5 select board or designees,
want
and then
one
the
from
5
every
ad
town.
hoc.
Right. We want one from every town if possible. So,
Yeah, when it comes to the parent one, I'm interested in making sure, even if it duplicates town, that we have the different grade levels represented. And I'm not,
if we can,
there were two, when we were talking about parents, that I couldn't tell what town they were from. Is it okay to say names and ask who knows if somebody's from which town? Can I do that?
Yep.
So Kimberly Lawson, I couldn't tell from an email. Egremont, okay. And how about Ashley Carlson? Is she from Sheffield? Okay. Because the other ones you could kind of tell, either by email or they stated what town they lived in. You know, one woman has kids in New Marlboro but lives in Monterey and that sort of thing. But not everybody said that. I figured out Michael, gave an email at Berkshire School, so
Yes.
he's obviously from Sheffield.
Who was that?
Michael Bajurlin. His email said at Berkshire School, so I'm assuming he's living there. He has 3 kids. Probably. Most likely. Most of the faculty live there. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
They don't all, but
Yeah, we don't know for sure.
we don't know for sure, but, you know, probably.
May I say something?
Sure.
go ahead.
I think what we should also look for in, if we have 6 people or whatever, is somebody that's going to have students that are in more long-term. I mean, I see somebody like, the middle school, elementary school, beginning of high school. I think those are the parents that are the larger stakeholders than say somebody who, like 2 of my children are graduating in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So for me, I do have one that's a little bit longer, but I would like to see somebody who's going to be with our system for 3 to 5
Right.
at time,
Yeah.
because they're the ones that have a larger stakehold in our district.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we
Has the
had,
5 select boards, so
Right.
that's good.
Right,
And so,
One
Right.
from each
you know,
town.
that may
Right.
be affecting their child for maybe 8 months.
yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. So if we have so I can read off names of who I have in which category, if that would help. I kind of made a
go ahead.
hen scratch list so that we can talk about that.
What, Bonnie?
Is your subcommittee, the superintendent search, are you meeting to select the people, or are you having an open
No,
discussion here?
we are selecting the people tonight
Right now.
Okay,
by the full school committee.
Good.
just my question. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I see Elizabeth Evans, just New Marlboro PTA, but lives in Monterey. Doug Newman from New Marlboro. Michael Bajurlin said Berkshire School, so we're not positive if he's Sheffield or not. And then Krista Brazy and Jake Levin are from New Marlboro as well. Then Kimberly Lawson, we just said was Egremont, and Ashley Carlson's from Sheffield. So I see we have, we need 7, and we have 3 from New Marlboro.
We need-
3 from New Marlboro, so.
We need 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have 7, we need 5. Sorry
Right.
about that. So, I mean, I'm looking at trying to see, I see Sheffield, Egremont, New Marlboro. It's almost like the 3 from New Marlboro. Maybe we choose
1.
one from there, and then we
Yeah.
would have Sheffield,
Who are the
Egremont.
3 from New Marlboro?
There were 3, yeah. Doug Newman, Krista Brazy, and Jake Levin are all from,
What age is Jake Levin's children?
Young,
they're
little.
probably pretty young.
For their grade.
And
And
Chris,
he went to school here, he and his brother went to school as well.
They didn't graduate.
Oh,
Talk over it,
yeah,
one at a time.
yeah, no, right, yeah. And Krista has both graduates and young children. She's got
She
twin,
has 1 graduate, 1 children, 2 of her kids were choice staff, 2 children don't vote her. She only has 1 child in district, from what I understand.
no, but she has twins that are like 3 or 4 years old going through our, planning to go. That's what her letter said. I'm just going by what her letter said. So there's that.
I think Doug is not a parent. Oh, we're
Well,
combined,
but it's a
we're
combined group.
Gotcha.
It is a combined group, but I'm just saying there's 3 from New Marlboro, so I think that's too many if, the town representation is an issue. We have to eliminate 2 people out of that category.
So
He was in finance.
Hold on a second.
Does anyone know
Okay.
how old Elizabeth Evans' kids are?
Yeah, they're middle school, she's Monterey though.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's a
So-
different
She's
town.
the older sister from
Yes,
Monterey.
oh, yes.
Yeah.
Doug Newman doesn't have any kids. He's on the finance committee.
Right, right. And we have a municipal representative because
Right.
Tara's going to be there.
Right.
She's the select board rep.
Yeah, I'm sitting right here.
I know,
Yeah.
Doug.
I would highly recommend Mr. Brazy for it.
That's where I was leaning.
Oh, you were leaning toward Krista? Yeah.
I
Well, I
had
was
no
leaning
idea
toward
what-
Just 'cause I'm
Krista or
familiar
Jake.
with the
But that's,
Brazies.
that's not appropriate, guys.
Yep.
Not
Yeah.
appropriate, not
You
appropriate.
can't interject here, I'm sorry. Just can't.
Yeah. Public comments over.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going back.
I'm familiar with the Brazies, and I would lean towards Krista Brazy for if we went to go just for
And
one
they're a
month.
long-term, really long-term family.
Very
Long-term
invested in
family.
the community.
They're a long-term family in
Yeah. Well, Levins are too, and his mom
Yep.
served on school committee years
But,
ago.
but Kristen, that's like all
And
her
they
her
attended
husband, all his brothers,
SBRSD
sisters.
Oh,
growing
sure, I
Right,
know.
right, exactly.
Yeah, I know the
So-
family,
So
yeah.
they know
And he
the
attached his
district
resume.
well, and they're
Yeah.
a good representation, I think.
For New Marlboro Life.
My only issue with that is that she choiced out two of her children.
Well, but
That's
maybe
where
it
I
depends
have-
on why.
Right, so maybe that's.
Maybe it depends on why.
Where the questions can come, where, she can ask her questions. And make her comments. But no, I understand, that makes sense, Kimberly, I understand.
Yeah. Well, but some of the Levins have choiced out in the past as well.
Yes, they have, yeah. they both-
So,
yeah.
you have individual kids, you have to accommodate. Yeah. So I see one from Monterey, we get one from there, we have somebody from Sheffield and Egremont. It's like we almost,
Alford we need.
well, yeah, I would say we could get two, either two from Sheffield or two from New Marlboro, because there's no parent representative or community rep from Alford. So
Yes,
somebody
there
Yes, there is.
in the parent in
No,
the community?
no.
No, I'm
No.
talking about the category.
Okay.
I'm talking about only this parent community category. There's nobody from Alford in that category. So one town would get two. And I'm okay with that. If we're supposed to be representing all towns in all perspectives, we can do that.
And what did you say Kimberly Lawson is from?
Egremont.
Yeah.
How many do we have from Sheffield?
Two, three. We know Ashley Carlson's from Sheffield. We don't know about Michael Bajurlin because he used the Berkshire School email. So there's an assumption he's from Sheffield, but we don't know that.
Right.
Well, do you know them?
I'm looking up.
Frida, Oscar, and Vigo? Do you have an Oscar in fifth grade or
Are you talking about Lawson or Virginia?
Both.
Bajurlin?
I'm talking about Lawson.
Here they get off the problem with school. That doesn't mean you don't have somewhere else. We have to-
Yeah, we don't, well, we can't tell. We don't know that.
I'm looking up Kim Lawson, I'll be with you on the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
One, two.
Well, we should pick up.
I've picked five, but,
How about if we do, which is simple, just get out of.
Yeah, I have an, for Kim Lawson, I have an Egremont, Mass.
yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
So we just, if we agree on the 5 town rates, that'll be one section out of the way.
Well, we don't have to agree. They're appointed by the select board. Is that what you mean, the five?
If we have more,
Yeah, they are.
Right. We have
I'm
5
confused.
town reps.
so let's just, so we all know that it's Patrick Silk from Sheffield,
Yep.
Tara White from New Marlboro, Tom Burkle
Burkle.
from Egremont.
Right.
What did I miss?
Bruce Schreiber from Alford,
And, okay.
Well, so going between where we would want to add a fifth person, I mean, I think with, like I said, for New Marlboro, I would say it would be Jake, just because he's got kids in the district. But if it's from Sheffield or Egremont, who would the second, or,
I mostly have people from all over.
Okay.
I'm looking at Elizabeth Evans from Monterey, Krista Brazy and Jake Levin from New Marlboro, Kimberly Lawson from Egremont, and Ashley Carlson from Not that I was going to this one. It's hard to suggest. It'd be very valuable, yeah. So we could take two from Sheffield instead of two from New Marlboro,
but
perhaps.
that's up for you, but yeah, I mean, I think we're fine either way.
Amy?
We really need to find out where he's from, because why don't we just say, no matter where he's from, we'll take him.
Well, I mean, his email's Berkshire School, so clearly he works at Berkshire School.
They live in
Oh,
Sheffield.
they live in Sheffield.
So they're Sheffield.
Okay, so they live
Okay.
probably on campus
So they
or
live in
town.
Sheffield. Amy?
This is a little unconventional. We have 19 total applicants, we wanted 15. Well, a total of 20, so
Right.
we're over by 4, right?
We only have 5 spots, is that the case?
Yeah, but there's categories, so it's.
I guess what I'm really wanting to just say is, how bad is it to just accept everyone? We're only over by a few, and we're whittling it down by a couple of people. I think it's great that so many people are invested and want to be part of it. Is there like a law that,
We voted on 20.
Well, we could make an amendment and accept 24, if we wanted to do that, I suppose.
I mean, if we were picking from
I think so.
30, but
Go ahead.
I think some of the question was just limiting the number of cooks in the broth.
Management.
That it's already a pretty big number. But I think that, certainly could be modified, there's no question about that. We got lots of stakeholders. But I think that it was set up that way because for facility as much as anything.
sure, yeah, exactly. And I think if we were talking about 10 more, 6 more, we're talking about less than 5 more. I don't know, just,
Liz LaFawn suggested the 20, and she said that was even
Her
more.
hand is up.
Okay, I'll get to
Let
her.
Liz talk. I
Go
see
ahead,
her
Liz.
hand up.
Yeah, go Liz.
Yeah, so don't kill me if I say, gosh, did I really suggest 20? I said 20 is doable, but I just want to remind you, 20 is large. But the more people you add, the more schedules you have to consider. And as long as they can meet the dates that we've already set, because you all want to finish this before the February vacation. So that may cause some folks to say, yes, I cannot make those dates.
That's a good point. Right, that's a good point.
So we narrow this to 20. We leave the other 4 names active. And if
As
people,
alternates.
as alternates, and if people can't make the dates or decide they don't want to do this, then we go back to the list to fill the spots.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So then we just have to pick the 5 for the community that we're gonna do, and then we'll name the 2 alternates, and then we'll do the same for staff and name the 2 alternates.
Yep.
If I may, if you name them alternates now, we won't necessarily have to come back. We just have to
Right.
give them a call and say, congratulations.
Carl?
Yeah, I just want to add my voice to what Amy just suggested. I think that within limits, and I think we are not so far outside the limit, that anybody who, any member of the community who has enough interest in the process and enough commitment to the process, who wants to take time out from mostly, I would guess, their busy schedules, should, the difference between 20 and 24, is that what the difference is? I agree with Amy that we should approve all of them. I mean, I know it can get unwieldy, but the difference between 20 and 24 is not significant. That's just my feeling on this. It doesn't matter if anybody agrees with me. Well, Amy does, so at least one person agrees with me, or at least I agree with
You
one
agree with
person.
Amy. You agree with Amy.
So that's all. I think that anybody who wants to be a part of the process, again, as I said, within limits should be. I think it's a good thing. I think all of the people who took the time out to indicate their interest should be applauded for that. And I think that I would not want to exclude anybody.
Julie?
I appreciate what Amy and Carl are suggesting, but I also like that the balance of the 4 constituencies, 5 school committee, 5 town, 5 staff, 5 parent community. I like having that balance among the voting group of who will send finalists
Well, I also
forward.
think too, I mean, along those lines too, that I think that the idea, Art's idea of having backups.
Alternates.
I think is great. And I think that, it's a very tight schedule, and I'm really glad that we're gonna do what we can to meet that schedule, so.
And we're gonna have to be, can't be Zoom, they have to be in person.
In person.
So, but the alternates would happen if they can't make it, if they
If somebody that we
can't-
choose,
Right, they have to be able to make every one of the meetings.
right,
So
can't,
alternates have to make all the meetings.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. This is a huge commitment.
Just pick alternate, maybe one from each side. Except
Well, that
Sheffield,
they're all
which always gets the most.
They're,
So we need to find 4 alternates.
Okay, I guess we need to vote.
Are we ready to?
We're gonna take
to
a motion to
name
vote
names?
on which way we wanna go.
Before we vote, can I say one thing about one of the candidates? They don't really qualify for any of the categories.
Who is that?
Who's that?
Doug Newman.
He's a community member, though.
Right, but that's not, so we would parents,
Parent and community was lumped together.
well, it was parents, not parents and community, it was parents in the district.
That's not how I remember that.
I don't.
I thought it was
Pretty sure
parent
it was-
/ community.
It was
She's
parents.
teacher. She's teacher.
I'll make it easy, I withdraw my submission.
I was just gonna say, we do kind of know that he deferred to the other 2 New Marlboro candidates,
Yeah,
so.
no. If you want to read that, if you can read it.
I just want to make sure, because it was parents, it was teachers, it was staff.
There was no community.
everyone,
No, there's no community.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no
Reading
community.
briefly.
Oh, I thought it was.
I know the Brazilians.
I thought we combined them too, but, well,
That's what I feel.
all right, well, we're leaning toward parents, so that's where we are. So if we take Doug off that list, then there's only one more that we need to remove from that category.
So first we have to figure out, are we gonna put the 4 on, or are we gonna go, so we have to have a vote on one or the other.
I make a motion, we retain the cap of 20 on the search committee.
Members are all of us.
No, 20 is the cap. We have 24 people.
They're 23 now.
So we need a second motion.
Oh, and I can amend and say the others would be considered alternates.
Nope, there's no second.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim
Oh,
seconded it.
I thought Kim seconded it.
Kim seconded it. Okay, Bonnie? Yes or no?
That means we have to eliminate 4 people.
We're eliminating 3 because Doug withdrew.
So we're eliminating.
But 3 people will
But
be
3 are
alternates.
being put on the alternate list.
In that case, I just want to speak to what you said. Given the tight schedule, to have to go find an alternate, if somebody tells us tomorrow, I don't want to do this, we're better off having it.
Having alternates.
So I'm voting yes.
I'm voting yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Yes.
Kim? Carl?
Are we voting on, can someone tell me what, just read the motion back to me, I'm not clear what it says.
I moved that we retain 20 people on the committee and have 3 alternates.
No.
Kim?
Yes?
Okay, and I'm yes. So it carries by majority. So that's what we're gonna do.
Who are the alternates?
So now we need to figure out the people.
Whoever had the shortest letter.
Except for,
Sorry.
Mr. Shriver, we don't have any alternate representation, am I correct?
Parent, no, we don't.
So I'm trying to find out that, since one of the additional ones, the additional one is New Marlboro, right?
Can be,
Yeah.
We have 2 New Marlboros
So
now.
Yeah.
let's have Jake be, I said, what if Jake is the alternate?
I think that's fine.
I think that's fine.
I think that
Yeah,
works.
because I think that he would be a good member of the committee, but I also think that like, we're gonna need him.
Yeah.
But I think let's make him the alternate.
I mean, that's my feeling is that, with the alternates, the schedule's gonna be so tough that whoever really wants to do it will likely be able to do it.
I would suggest Roberta Sarnacki.
We're not on that category yet. Can we do the one category
Oh,
first,
I
Bonnie?
didn't, okay.
The parent
Sure,
category.
Sure,
Would it be okay? Let's get to,
sure.
okay.
Or
Okay.
they're automatically in?
we have 2 from Sheffield, so are we going with 2 from Sheffield or 2 from New Marlboro?
2 from Sheffield, I thought.
Two
It
from
sounded
Sheffield.
like New Marlboro would have the alternate. Jake would be the
Yes.
alternate. So we'd
Okay,
have,
so
Mike,
the 2 from Sheffield,
yeah.
the one,
Which is more representative of the school.
one,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's Elizabeth from Monterey, Michael from Sheffield, Krista from New Marlboro, Kimberly from Egremont, Ashley from Sheffield, and Jake from New Marlboro is the alternate.
Okay,
That's how it looks.
Would you go back over that one more time? Because we have 2 Elizabeths. The other one's faculty.
teacher.
Okay.
The other, yeah,
Okay. Faculty.
okay,
yeah.
so,
Could you
let's,
read it
Don't you
once
want me to
again,
make a
please?
motion to those names?
Please.
yep,
Okay, for the parent category for the superintendent search, I'm nominating Elizabeth Evans from Monterey, Michael Bajurlin from Sheffield, Krista Brazy from New Marlboro, Kimberly Lawson from Egremont, Ashley Carlson from Sheffield, and naming Jake Levin as our alternate parent.
okay. Bonnie,
Wait.
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Nancy, Amy,
Yes.
Miguel, Julie,
Yes?
Carl?
It would be inconsistent for me to do anything other than abstain in view of my earlier position. So I
Okay.
abstain.
Okay,
Okay.
Kim
Yes.
and Arthur, yes. So let's vote on the selectmen, and then that's 10, and we've got the teachers left. So,
I make a motion that we,
motion that-
oh, go ahead.
That we have I nominate Patrick Silk, Tara White, Tom Burkle, is it Bruce Shriver, and Eileen Marcus as the 5 individuals representing. Okay. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Miguel?
Yes.
Yes.
Julie? Kim?
Yes.
Carl?
I abstain, and also, neither of those motions were in proper form, but you may regard that as minor, but a motion wasn't made. The wording was I nominate. That's not the language of a motion.
Yeah, you make a motion to appoint, I guess.
I will revise my motion.
Okay,
I move that we have the following individuals representing the 5 towns. Patrick Silk from Sheffield, Tara White from New Marlboro, Tom Burkle from Egremont, Bruce Schreiber from Alford, and Eileen Marcus from Monterey.
Second.
Okay, Bonnie?
Yes.
Jim? Nancy?
Yes.
Amy? Miguel?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
And Carl?
Abstain.
Okay. Now, the 5 teachers and staff.
I know.
Where are we there?
We have Elizabeth O'Donnell.
Because logically.
Here they are. All right. Okay. Sarah.
John
Yeah.
John Bruno,
Sarah, Tricia, Roberta, Kim, Elizabeth O'Donnell, and Cece Cleary.
I think it's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to have 2 alternates from faculty and
To
staff.
have somebody who's been here a long time.
what's that?
I move that we, Jonathan Newell, this is the faculty. Sarah Tetrell, Elizabeth O'Donnell, Tricia Suko, and Kimberly Susan Gomez as the 5 faculty members, with the others becoming alternates.
Who were the others?
Robert, no one seconded it yet.
But you need to get to who the alternates are. You need to
The
have-
alternates would be Catherine Cleary, Roberta Sarnacki.
Second.
We have a second now.
Second. Yeah, 2 seconds.
Discussion?
Yep.
Yes. We have no administrators.
Yes, we do.
Jonathan
Sarah and Jonathan.
Sarah, Tickett, did you say
No,
Sarah?
Tetro.
Sarah.
Oh, you don't.
I thought you said Sarah Tickett. I'm like,
Wrong Sarah.
No, Sarah Sickett's not even in the packet.
Oh, she does, but Kim
It's
doesn't have
okay,
the
Kim.
packet. Kim may not have the packet.
I mean, is Jonathan Bruno, his role is administrative, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's an assistant administrator.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
Now, who is Catherine Cleary?
CC, School Adjustment Counselor.
Oh, Cece.
CC. Yeah, 8 through
May
12.
I make a suggestion?
Sure. I'd love to hear it.
And I like Tricia and everything like that, but Cece is a very valuable person to our students with the mental health and welfare. And as a school adjustment counselor, she has like a lot to do with them. I would suggest to swap out the other 2, the 2 of them. So that way we have that area covered too, because Jonathan Bruno covers our special ed students. Sarah Tatro covers our,
Everything.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kim Williams is English, and Elizabeth O'Donnell is New Marlboro.
New Marlboro and elementary, yeah.
I think it would be it would behoove us to have somebody that covers like the social and emotional aspects of our students.
Which Tricia does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tricia does too. I was trying,
Not as much as Cece, Cece is with the students every day. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong, but Tricia's role, yes, she does the security, and yes, she's
The nurse.
our nurse. But
yeah,
I just see that Cece's more hands-on with the students, like, again, social and emotional, like that is her thing.
yeah. So,
I think Tricia has my view is Tricia has a clearer role, understanding of the role of superintendent, given all of her years in those various roles. But I do, Kim, appreciate what you're saying.
So I think we have
But I
to vote
think-
on this motion. We have to
And
vote
if
on
we
this
turn
motion.
down this motion, then we'll have another one.
No, we have to figure out 5.
So
But that's what I'm saying
wondering,
is this-
Can we just talk about the different, I'm looking at grade levels, so I see Kim Simpson as middle high school, Cece's middle high school. If we were to choose one of the two middle high school reps, is there a way to discuss? I
Yeah.
just heard from Kim about Cece, and I like the idea of an ELA rep, but I understand what Kim is saying too. So.
So what are you talking about?
I'm wondering if we ended up keeping Tricia, which I'm not sure we will, but if we were to choose between Kim Simpson and Cece, how would we rank those two as a possibility? I mean, maybe they'll both end up on there. I'm not sure yet, but
We won't have a teacher. We won't have a high school teacher if we take out Kim.
yeah.
She's the only teacher.
Oh, right. She is the only teacher. She's the ELA teacher. That's right.
Other thing with Kim
Oh.
is because she has dealt with negotiations over a number of years. That's another
Oh.
perspective.
Okay. I didn't know that
Yeah,
about
she
her.
was head of the union for a period of time. It gives you somebody who has that perspective in selecting a superintendent.
But her employment in Berkshire has been interrupted and started again most recently.
Yeah, okay, well, that's all right, she's back. She figured out where the grass was greener, it's okay.
Mhm. Well, how about this? If I change the motion to approve 4 of them that we seem to be agreeing on?
That's what I was thinking, can we pick the ones for sure that we know we want?
Okay, so if I haven't withdrawn my previous motion yet, but let's see if we're getting.
So let's just do a straw poll. We don't have to do this.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
straw polls works, okay.
What's the scope? What are we?
We're just among us trying to figure out who,
Yeah.
and then we'll make the motion and agree on everybody.
So
So what
the
are the
straw
two
poll
choices?
is, yes, I would vote for the motion.
I would vote for the motion.
Okay?
To pick 4? No.
No.
No,
The
the
existing
motion as it
existing
was.
motion.
Of
The
the
existing motion.
Motion.
Yeah, I would vote for
We-
the motion too, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So we got to pick 5. Let's go.
so we have, well.
Well,
no,
if we're going with the motion.
If we're going with the motion, we
Can we review
pick
who
the
we've got
5.
in this motion?
The motion,
The-
then Roberta and Cece would be the alternates.
Would be
the
alternates.
Okay, works for me.
Okay,
So now we vote.
Now we vote.
now you want a real vote?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
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 Kim?
No,
Carl?
Well, I think
Yep.
it has, but I have a procedural question. Has Bonnie's motion been withdrawn?
No.
No!
We just took a straw poll and realized we have the vote.
We're voting on Bonnie's motion.
We're voting on Bonnie's motion, okay, I abstain.
Okay.
Okay,
Wait.
What do
We
you-
have it.
and then you
So
are.
We're good.
So we're
We're
good?
Okay,
You
we're
have to vote
good.
for yourself.
Yes. I vote yes.
All right.
Thank
More?
Okay, Liz, we have
Have our team.
our
You have
20.
your team.
So where do we go now? We have, your, yeah, for next week, Wednesday, the 21st is in person. What time? What time are we thinking?
Yeah, so I'm gonna need a list of all those folks and emails from them, so I can reach out and let them know what the schedule is. I know next week we're doing the orientation, correct?
Yep, on Wednesday.
I think it would behoove us to have the alternates at the orientation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should,
Because they have to
that's a good
sign
idea.
non- They have to
In
sign
case they have to.
confidentiality agreements.
And they have to come to all the meetings anyway. They just can't go.
Well, so let's clarify the alternates. You're gonna allow them to be present at all of the interviews, or are we just gonna determine the dates of the interviews and whether people can be present at that orientation? right? Rather than
Yeah.
having the alternates present, so if we have somebody who drops out and says, yeah, I definitely can't make one of those meetings, and I say this because it's very difficult to join in deliberation if you haven't seen all of the interviews. It's
Yeah.
lopsided, it's just unfair.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And so it is not out of the ordinary for someone to realize the dates when they're sitting in the orientation and indicate that they can't make all the dates.
They've all received the dates. Everyone who showed interest received all the dates. I've emailed them all to them.
These new dates?
Everybody on the search committee got a whole email yesterday with all the information.
So,
No
but they
time.
don't,
I don't have the time, but I gave them all the dates.
yeah, so we need to set the times, resend, say you have been selected, and then a separate email to the alternates to saying you've been selected as an alternate, and then figure out if any of the alternates need to take any of the regular slots.
I think when we send out the information, Liz, that they should needs let you know immediately if any of the appointed ones cannot make any,
Absolutely,
and then we could slot in the alternates.
Right.
Yep.
right.
What time are we thinking for Wednesday?
Why don't you tell me?
How long does it take to do the orientation?
How long are we looking at?
You know, it can take anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. It depends on the number of questions.
90 minutes.
And what is the rule about observers?
It's going to be an open public meeting,
Right.
so observers can attend.
I
mean,
just
if the
want-
alternates wanted to attend because it's an open public meeting, they certainly can do that. Or they, you know, it's up to you if you want to require them to attend. You tell me.
Or we could attend, someone on the
Yeah,
school
the school
committee
committee.
could attend, a parent or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah, this is open, okay,
Yeah.
So
it's
it's
open.
open meeting.
okay.
6 o'clock? 5 o'clock?
5:01?
4:59,
5:30.
5:30 sounds.
then you're done by
Good
7?
to let them get home from work and be sure that their kids are all settled in.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, probably not earlier than 5:30 or 6, right, especially
We're
for
doing
parents.
5:30, right?
And folks are, yeah.
And I think we have to make sure that we have just like a basic, you know, more than a cup of coffee if they're going to be sitting for a couple of hours.
Well, at least beverages perhaps,
Yeah.
at least water.
can
I mean,
tell
if
you
we're here
basketball
for 90
games.
minutes, we're here for 2 hours. We
Right.
got water.
It shouldn't take, should
She said it might be an hour.
not take 2 hours.
And they can bring snacks. We can recommend snacks.
Bring their own
coffee.
snacks.
Bring your own.
Okay.
Bring your
Are we
own.
looking at 5:30?
5:30 cents. We're not going though, right?
For, as a parent
Parent,
perspective?
6?
6 is better.
6 o'clock it is.
6 PM.
Is that just for Wednesday or is that for all of the
Yeah.
meetings?
So let's go back to the schedule now.
Yeah.
I just want to say I'll email everyone tomorrow morning so that, you know, I hate to send emails late in the evening if they get lost at the bottom of an inbox that could be very full.
Yeah.
So we have the orientation on Wednesday, the 21st. Applications close on the 23rd. I will send those applications out electronically Saturday, the 24th, with explicit instructions about confidentiality and sharing, and remind them that they signed a confidentiality agreement. Sorry. We are going to do the paper screen on Tuesday, the 22nd.
27th?
27th.
7th, I'm sorry, 27th.
It's a paper screen.
Is that
This in
also at
person.
6 o'clock?
That's, I mean, I think it might, we're going to have it posted by the end of the week, so this is one that we need to decide on here.
On the 27th, whether it's in person or not?
No, that's a paper screen.
On the paper
27th,
screening?
We're doing a paper screen, we should absolutely be in person for these.
Okay.
It's a large group, and I say this because it will be important as we conduct the interviews and go into deliberations, that we're all, you know, we all have a sense of one another. It makes it flow so much nicer, is all I'll say.
Yes.
I think we should probably start at 5:30, just because with so many paper screens, it'll be a while, and a large group.
It could be. So what I would do initially, what I typically like to do is, without any names, just a blind screen and show the number of candidates who meet the requirements you asked for, with sort of a number tally, doesn't include a name. And it's easy for me to refer back to if there's a strong argument to include one candidate or another, to know very quickly if that candidate has met all, I mean, I wouldn't be familiar with the applications, but to know how they scored up against what you asked for.
So Tuesday,
It's
that's,
also interesting for folks who might know candidates, and maybe that's not the case in Central Berkshire, but to be clear and have some reflection on that blind screen.
oh, interesting.
Simple process,
And-
sometimes turns out to be very interesting.
And that blind screen, that's done in executive session, right? Or is
So when we do the screening, that's executive session, absolutely.
that, I just want to be sure. Yeah, okay.
So that's the 27th is executive session,
Yeah, okay.
correct?
So we can't all show up to listen that day.
27th is executive session.
Okay.
And I can send Michelle language for that posting, so she has it in motion.
So are we going for 5:30? 5:30.
Okay. Okay. That might be a meeting if it's a lot of applications where you have a little snack. Right? I can see that one maybe.
I mean, they bake, you know, they bake cookies,
Yeah, they do, yeah,
that's just
exactly.
fine.
We don't have to dwell, but I think, you know, the longer ones. All right, then on to.
Julie, are you hungry tonight?
I'm really not. I'm quite good.
And then we'll worry about the interview.
Bonnie's the one
Yeah.
that wanted food for an hour.
Just these two.
Hey, no.
So then Liz, we'll go make that, the other decisions for the finalist, semifinalist interviews will after, well, the night of the 27th, so we can do more times, so we can figure out where we're going?
You won't be able to post for the 29th.
27th.
For the
We
29th.
have to have
Okay,
this
got
meeting
it.
at least posted the 26th.
Yeah, right.
Because of
I'd
the
say.
29th.
The final,
Yeah,
fine.
Liz, I just sent you an email with what I put together. It's a lot cleaner than your email. And I attached everybody's emails to that and their letter of interest.
Let me know for now.
This is what the school committee's looking at.
So the 29th, the 30th, and February 2nd.
Are the semifinalist interviews in executive session or are they in open session?
they're in open session.
They are in open,
We
okay.
ran into, that's the problem we ran into last time.
The semifinalists, the first round is executive session.
Oh, really?
The second round with the finalists is open session.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. So the 29th, 30th, and the 2nd is executive session? Oh, okay.
And that is just the ad hoc committee, correct?
29th is school
No, it's
committee.
the 20 people.
It's the 20 people,
The whole search,
Oh, well, that's what I mean.
The whole search
committee
yes.
is the
Wait.
semifinalist interviews.
oh.
Wait,
Yeah, it's
so
all
the
20 of
whole,
us.
the whole school
They're gonna do
committee?
paper screen, the entire search committee from here on out.
Right.
The
You
entire
know what would
search
be
committee.
good, Liz, if you could make it clear to all of us and I guess to the 20 people, what's open session, what's executive session?
yes.
Special school committee.
Okay.
So all of the, The paper, anything dealing with the applicants and the initial look, just the paper screen and the initial interview is executive session. From there, the search committee will make a recommendation to the full school committee with finalists. And once you have a list of finalists, that's when everything happens in open session. So it's anticipated that your finalists are going to be announced on the 3rd. So this is where it gets quick.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to interview on the 4th, on the 5th, potentially the 9th and 10th. So those are the potential dates. Unless, I mean, I know Mondays became hard for some. I'm going to just open up Michelle's email again in case she...
If it's just one Monday, I think
Yeah.
we'll survive it.
But it's for all 5 towns.
I know, but I'm just saying. They can.
So 4, 5, 9,
And it's far
10.
enough out,
So
they
there's
can
the
work around.
possibility, and we need to post all of those meetings first, okay? They're posted, we selected that many dates because we're optimistic that you're going to have a good number of candidates to interview, and we wanted to have, at the very most, I just went through a series of interviews that there were far too many candidates and deliberation happened on the same night and we were there for 6 hours. So I don't want to do that to anybody. That's never my intention. On the night that we do deliberation, at the most I'd like to have one candidate and then do the deliberation. But there's also the possibility with the 4 dates, if the folks don't, if the search committee doesn't pick, let's say they pick 5. We could do 2 on one night, 2 on another night, have the 3rd night with 1 interview and deliberations. So that would only require 3 dates. We won't know the dates we need until we know how many semi-finalists are selected for interview.
Okay.
That's why I suggest we post them all ahead of time. The ones we don't need, we don't use.
I like that.
So going back to
Post them all.
time, do we want to keep sticking with that 5:30?
Also, when we have that entire search committee together, you know, because we have that many dates out, we can find out if there's a date that absolutely doesn't work for a number of people, and we have the ability and flexibility to do that shift.
And then for time, do we want to keep sticking with 5:30?
For interviews, I think that's too late.
Too late, okay, so what time?
Because
would
if
you
you,
want?
what are you allotting for each?
I have no idea, that's why I'm asking.
How
the
much
question.
do you allot for each interview?
So typically in the semi-finalist stage, it's anywhere from 1 hour, which is mostly used, to 1 hour and 15 minutes, which can be used if you'd like.
So
Especially
60
if
to
we have
75.
interviews in one night.
I
60 to
I
75.
found that when we did it the last time, and there was, you know, we kept it to an hour, but there was like that 15 minutes that you could talk to each other.
1 hour standard, pretty standard.
And then the next person came
Right.
in.
Yeah, you had like time for a real fast first
Exactly,
impression.
Exactly.
Well, I guess it just.
Yeah.
So I'm going back up to the orientation for 1 second. At the orientation session, I'm going to make available to everybody packets of sort of like standardized questions that they can look through. The instruction is going to be, I anticipate the instruction is going to be, I hope the instruction is going to be, please look through these packet questions. You can select anything from the packet that you might like. You can edit anything from the packet that you might like, or you just might use it to get yourself thinking to create your own question. If you want that search committee of 20 people to sit together in a meeting and wordsmith questions, we could be there for a very long time.
To
3 or 4
2027.
days, yeah.
What I would like to suggest And we can suggest this both now, you can make a decision if you want, or we can have the search committee make the decision themselves, is that each member of the search committee pick, I think you've done this already, 2 to 3 questions of interest, forward them on to me. I would then compile them by category, and note any duplications, that kind of thing. Note where we could possibly combine questions. And I found it to be efficient and effective to have the chair of that search committee select the final questions. I would anticipate if you have 1 hour, come on, it's not that hard.
I'll help you.
But you're going to have 20 people choose 2 or 3 questions.
So, but they all come to me, and I'm going to tell you, if we
Yeah.
have 20 people choosing that number of questions, I can almost guarantee there'll be duplicates.
Sure,
And there'll be
absolutely.
opportunities to combine questions
Yeah.
more efficient with time.
Yeah.
Some will be eliminated, some will be very, very pertinent to the search that you're doing now.
Right.
And those are likely the ones that you're going to want to ask.
That sounds good.
Okay, back to
Time.
times for the semifinalist interviews and the finalist interviews.
Sure. So if we do 2 and a night, do you want to start at 6?
What was that?
So do 1 at 6 and 1 at 7:15?
Or do we wait to the search committee orientation and
No.
figure time out?
Well,
No,
you
I
have to
think we
get
should
the
let
meetings
them-
posted.
Not these.
Well, we have time.
Yeah, but not
The
the,
21st to the 29th is okay. You can figure that out at the order.
yeah, I mean, we have time if we decide this on the 21st for the 29th, we still have time to post.
Art, the only thing is, people are going to hear that, get this information tomorrow, and if somebody says, I can't be at 5:30 meetings,
Okay,
they may come back and drop off.
Correct.
So I think we should decide on the times.
Yeah, we
Okay.
do need to
I think
decide.
it'd be easy, for me, certainly knowing what the times are for the whole thing, especially because it's so compressed.
Okay.
I think that we, yeah, and then it will also be clear to people what they can
Yeah.
meet and what they can't, what they can't meet.
Right,
And
that's
I
what
think
I
that's
said.
fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
So
So
I'd
we're doing
like to
5:30?
suggest, like, for any of these, that the meeting is posted for like 15 minutes before the interviews
Sure.
start, because I remember when we did interim,
Or half-
we came, especially that maybe at least the first night, because I don't know when you're going to choose who's going to say which question, but remember how rushed it was? Oh, somebody's here for an interview,
Yeah.
which question, who's going to say what? And, you know what I mean, just to
So
settle,
what-
for the
so-
committee of 20 to settle.
Let's just choose time, and I think that, so.
yep.
Well, I agree with Liz about the 6 o'clock, because you'll have a lot of parents.
Yeah, I think 6
On
and
there.
7 feet, but post
Yeah,
for
okay, right.
5:45.
I guess,
So even if we post for 5:45, we get there, we get settled, we get arranged,
5:40 is
certainly
good.
works.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5:45.
And back to reflecting on the questions, I will do it any way you want, but I would encourage you to be efficient with the time around the questions, especially since you raised the issue of who's asking what. I think that it's, you've got 20 people, and not everybody's going to ask a question. So what we could do is, for example, one night, 10 people could ask questions, and the next night, the other 10 could ask questions. I mean, I think we can break it out so that everybody has the opportunity. I think 10 to, I would not tap out more than 13, considering you're going to have 10 or 11 questions, an opening statement and a closing statement, with the opportunity, if there's still time available, for the candidate to ask any questions of you that they might
questions is
have,
too
if
many.
there's time available. So 12 to 13 is 10 to 11 questions, makes 12 to 13 total opportunities for the candidate to speak. And in a 1 hour period, that fills the time.
Liz, I really like that having them have a last question. Do you have any questions of us? Because that's such a revealing question.
Oh, yeah.
So going to February 3rd, do we want to use the same time?
No, because,
Six.
Well, February 3rd is a school committee meeting.
Special.
It's just
Special,
special.
yeah.
It will only be for the finalists being announced.
So that can be anytime. That's
Right.
just us.
Oh, okay.
Unless,
Got it.
unless the,
I think consistency is good since we're not dealing with people who usually have a lot of meetings, and then they can work it into their schedule.
Good point.
So what time?
5:45. The last 3 times are 5:45.
Should we do that for the 21st and
We
for
could
the
do that for the
27th?
27th. We could make it all 5:45.
Well,
But the 29th, we have a
there's just
school
no
committee
reason
meeting.
for the first, the orientation. You get there and you're.
We're gonna have to work,
oriented.
change, we might have to change
Change
that,
that
Bonnie.
one?
Yeah.
What?
The 29th, we have a school committee meeting.
The reason for the 5:45 is so that.
We can
that
start
it
at 6.
Start at 6.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that the search committee orientation needs to
No.
have 15 minutes of prep.
No.
Okay, gotcha. I just think it's just more the consistency.
Right.
and I think the paper screen can be earlier because you're expecting a lot of
Right.
review. So you want
Yeah.
that little extra time there.
But I think the important thing that Nancy, is the consistency, especially as Kim pointed out, a lot of these people don't normally have all this.
Well, but if they have a very
problem-
clean schedule, hopefully they.
But if it's a one-off, just the first one is at 6 and everything
Oh, yeah,
else-
the first one, I agree.
You're right.
yeah.
The first one is 6,
1
and,
to 5:30.
and the second one is at 5:30. We might as well change that to 5:45, and then they're all the same.
Good.
And then the February 3rd, 5:45?
Yep.
So can I ask a question about the last interview, the final interview? It also says site visit. So does that mean it's like more of a day-long, like they're going to visit with faculty, staff? Will the school committee be a part of that? Or does the school committee only show up for the interview, like in the evening? Just so I know what I'm doing with my day, too.
Very good question.
Yeah.
If we do it the way we did it the last time, not that we have to, but it was open to school committee members. We used the Eagles Loft. They had a couple of people who walked them through the day to see different parts of the campus. We rushed them off to New Marlboro and Egremont so that they knew the whole show of what they potentially would get into.
Yeah.
So it's not a whole day, but it's like 1 till they drop.
Yeah, like 1 to 7
So-
or 8 or something. Well, that's what I mean. What are the expectations of the whole committee and what does that final day look like, the final interview day?
So-
And
Michelle and I did have a conversation about this. We thought maybe a start time at 10. Somebody at the building levels would be assigned to meet them and show them what, as to what Bonnie said, show them around the school building, have them have an opportunity to meet with students, possible teachers, whatever it is that the schedule works in the building. I don't schedule the buildings because I don't know how the schedules run. That should be something that comes from the principal of each site. I would think that in New Marlboro and in Alford, it might be a quicker
Egremont.
visit.
Egremont.
It's Egremont.
Egremont, yeah.
Egremont, I'm sorry, I knew that. I don't know why I said Alford. And then, so the candidate may go from, say, 10 to 1, 2, 3, and then have some time to relax, grab a little bite to eat.
Yes.
Get their green face on, come back to the school, and be seated in a quiet space while they wait for their interview. So I think starting at 10 in the morning, which Michelle suggested, is a good idea. It gives principals the opportunity to get their days kicked off, get everybody settled in, have a good feel for how the day's going in case they need to make any adjustments and do that.
Now,
Now,
we don't know where all these people are from, but I know that it came up in previous times for some of them to be here at 10 you know, they're
Right
going to
before.
ask about whether there are any accommodations for staying over.
We'll find that out when the time comes.
So,
Sure, I'll find
Red
that out.
Lion.
when I call
I'm
them.
just saying to find, to find that out. And
Red Lion's up the road.
So that schedule is good, but it still doesn't tell me as a school committee person when I would show up, or if any other school, are we needed to help tour? Can we come and just listen, or can we watch how they interact with the principal, or how they interact with students? Are we able to observe, even if we don't speak, you know what I mean, during that visitation part? How does that work?
well, that we don't have to decide tonight, really.
So I would say that you would allow the candidate to have time alone with the principal and whatever staff they're able to meet and students. But if you wanted to have a separate time for a couple, certainly a sub-quorum of the school committee to have 20 minutes, half an hour to talk to the candidate, you could do that. However
I'm not
many
saying we
or
have
just
to, I'm saying,
schedule a time.
are we?
Here's 20 minutes, or here's 30 minutes. And then, as long as you show up in the sub-forum to have that conversation, that's great. Or, the other opportunity, and you may remember this body, is perhaps a school committee member would like to either drive or have the candidate follow them to the other two campuses. And then you could sort of be their host there, so to speak.
And
but the
also,
whole school-
if we can fit that in, the idea of a reception, just so that the finalists are able to, maybe just enjoy a little time, and parents could come, faculty could come. I don't know what you think about that.
I think it's getting too complicated.
Yeah.
It's getting too
Before you
complicated.
begin.
So
Jim.
everything up until February 2nd is the search committee. It's not the whole committee until
Right.
February 3rd,
Right.
correct?
Right.
Yep.
All right.
So presumably, when we do the finalists, it's going to be one per night. Typically, the school committee will say something like, we want 3 to 5 finalists. Typically, it's more like 3, possibly 4 that come forward. And I'll be honest about this, because the pool right now is just, as you know, you've extended 2 searches. It's not what it was a few years ago. One candidate per evening. You could certainly have a half an hour section open to the public for a meet and greet and simply offer water and cookies, or, offer nothing, offer water. Give people, and I don't know what you want to do, but we can certainly coordinate and work that out. Michelle and I will have a conversation about that and figure out who does what. Just to give people an opportunity to come in and say hello, ask a question. I don't know, those sessions sometimes are very important to communities, even more so important than almost anything, just having an opportunity to say hello before the interview, and for folks who don't get to participate in the process. On the other hand, I will forewarn you that sometimes nobody shows up. Although I don't suspect that in Southern Berkshire.
Well, and probably school committee's gonna show up at least. They'll be,
And
There would
that's
definitely.
okay, then the candidate would have another 15, 20 minutes back in their little before their interview, get back in the interview mode, and we would be gathering the school committee and getting everybody organized before we call that person in.
And select board members might want to come, finance committee.
other people.
Yeah.
Well,
for
I mean,
that.
you could always plan it, like if the finalist interviews are 5:45, so back it up to 4:30, reception from 4:30 to 5. You might not be able to get the person away till 5:05, and then give them a half an hour to regroup themselves however we do that, and, I don't know. We
That
don't
doesn't have to
I
be
just
decided
want-
tonight.
It does
It
not.
doesn't.
No.
Okay.
Thank you,
But
Liz.
it's some ideas.
Now, we had a brief conversation about if they're going to be there all day and not have an opportunity to eat before their interview, what we would do, and I will simply work that out with the candidate and see what they want to do, and, make arrangements from
get food on this campus, there's gotta be a way that they can get food either.
Oh,
through
our
culinary or
culinary
they-
program can bring it, and we can order marketplace sandwiches.
Yep,
Yeah,
we'll figure it
Well,
out.
that, we'll feed them.
we'll feed them.
We're good at that. We're into
We're
food
good at that.
service.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And I certainly can call and make orders and,
Yep.
maybe pick up on my way in or whatever's required. So
Find
that's
out
a
if
small
there's-
piece, I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, and check for dietary restrictions.
Anything else, Liz?
Um,
Are we good for right now?
Final night, you want to know if you're going to interview your
noticed that
last
too.
candidate and deliberate, or if we're going to
There was
come
another
back another night
conflict too,
for
there's a
that. So
finance
you've got
meeting on the 9th.
potentially the 4th, the 5th. Monday I know could be difficult, and then you have Tuesday the 10th.
Yeah. So can I just raise a question about, I know I mentioned to you before, our January 29th is a school committee meeting. So if we're starting at 5:45, I mean,
Art just
said
how
it's
in the
gonna
world?
change.
He already,
We have to
he already
figure- we have-
addressed that.
We have to change that,
Change
okay,
that.
because reference was made to the 29th tonight. So I just want to point that
Yeah.
out. And the same thing for February,
10.
yeah, 9th and 10th, we changed finance committee to the 9th, or it was proposed today, and school committee did the 10th, and we have interviews on those days. So I'm not sure, we need to look at that calendar, because maybe we don't need to change our school committee from the 11th or 12th or whatever.
The,
I need to go.
Brian's not gonna be here.
Right, that's the problem.
Oh,
Right,
that's the
right,
when
right.
he's
That's
on
what he
that
said,
tr-
the
he's on that trip,
superintendent-
the conference.
Superintendent's
Yes.
conference, right?
Yep.
So how would we do a school committee meeting on the 10th if we're doing a finalist site visit and interview for the whole day? Like,
So that might be the day that might be the, right, that might shift to the Monday, right?
But you don't, we
no,
don't have
that
to
is the
decide
Monday
it
and
tonight.
Tuesday. I'm
We don't
saying
have to
two-
figure this out tonight.
No, but I'm just pointing it out so it doesn't slip.
Can we end the
Because
meeting?
we're trying to give these dates to everybody, and if we have a conflict, how do we give them the dates tomorrow?
But we changed the conflict, we changed our dates.
Yeah.
We changed Southern
We
Berkshire.
change our dates. We give
Yeah.
them these dates, we change us.
We changed our
Correct.
dates.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll work it out is basically what
Okay.
it comes down to.
I'm
We're
just
good
saying
at
that there's 3 conflicts on here, that's all. I want us to be aware.
It's happening so that you can get it done before the February break, which, you know,
Yeah.
may cause some conflicts and dates will have to get worked.
That's okay.
There's no question there.
Yeah.
People stay very, very busy.
All right.
The other thing I want to mention is that we have not talked about
You have to call me.
is how you want to talk to people in the candidates' districts. I will tell you this before we get too deep. We have learned over the past 5 years that it can be very efficient and effective with use of time if you talk to people, rather than visiting the district yourself, if you meet those same people virtually via Zoom and have a few questions or back and forth conversation that way. If you want to do it, I will tell you that, not all school committees do it. Some are very tied to it, some don't do it at all. Some will do the virtual interviews with some key stakeholders in the district. That's totally up to you. That's totally up to you as to how you want to do it. I don't even know that you need to decide that at the school committee meeting right now. That could be a conversation with Art that he can share with me over the next couple of days, and we will be prepared to have the finalists work out a schedule to do that. I think Zoom is a very efficient way. I can set up the links. I would set up one link per candidate so that you could just come in and out and meet or talk with the people that you want to talk with.
So does
Maybe
that
you're
mean like
just
with
talking to
administrators
finance
and stuff
people
like
or
that?
Special ed people or what have you.
Right, okay.
Yep.
And at what point will you recommend in terms of checking with their references?
Well, to this point in time, we have got candidates that are pretty well known to us.
Okay.
And pretty well known across the state. And we would certainly have a couple of options for you. One is that, maybe a team of school committee members could call the individual references if you prefer. Different committees prefer different things. If you want calls to the individual references, that can be done either by a school committee member or a team of school committee members. It can be done by us, if you trust us to do so, or it could be done by whomever handles HR in your district, which is typically the person best qualified to make those calls. We're happy to do it if you want us to. That's up to you. And that's only for finalists.
Correct.
This is something that whoever handles the personnel in your district is well accustomed to doing. They probably have a format for doing it. We can certainly do the same thing, and we don't mind doing it. Totally up to you. It's a decision that can also be made. Doesn't have to necessarily be voted on. We can work that out.
It seems like we need to decide now because we don't meet again until the 29th, and this will already be in process.
Quick turnaround. And again,
Yeah,
thus
yeah.
far, I don't think any of these candidates is a big secret or surprise to any of us. And it certainly would be an easy reference check to the references that haven't written the references for them. You will. And yes, we do a sort of a personalized deep dive. We're not privy to queries or anything like that. Fingerprinting, that also is something that your HR person has access directly through the DESI portal. But we are, again, these candidates have been seen, they've been vetted by other committees. We know them, and you tell us what to do, and that's what we're going to do.
For me, I like the idea that you guys call the references and stuff, since you've already done the dive, you've already done if for who we select. I know last time a lot of us were having a little bit of issue connecting with people that people had put down as references because of just time span and missed calls, us working, they're working, what have you. And I think you also have more of a pulse on these people.
Well, I think if we hear something, it might give us an idea to call someone else that we may know well. Has worked with them in the past. But I wouldn't suspect any big controversies.
Right.
And if I do, you all will certainly find that out.
Yeah, I would agree with Kim on this because there was not consistency at all previously. So I like the idea, especially since you can do follow-up. I would opt
Make
for
that motion.
I move that we have MASC do check the references for our finalists. There was second?
I second.
Okay.
Bonnie?
Yes.
Okay, Jim, you
Yes.
have a question?
No,
Okay.
yes.
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 Julie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Carl? Arthur, yes.
Okay.
One more last question. If we're going to,
Okay, thank you, Carl.
if it turns out, Art, that you or if you decide to have like virtual interviews or special interviews, like with any of the administrators or principal staff or whatever, how will we get feedback from those conversations from our staff to see what they think of the candidates? I mean, even if it's just a half sheet of paper, give us your, write for 1 minute what you thought of your conversation that you had for 20 minutes
You
with
want to
this.
set up a quick survey survey to get feedback?
I don't know, I mean, it would need to be quick and easy, but just how do we get feedback? If Art chooses to set up that schedule, it's nice that they talk to each person, but then how how does the school committee get information back from those people?
If we could do a quick survey monkey.
Yeah, even if it's an open-ended survey monkey,
Right.
and then we compile it and we can see the results. Or the search committee can see the, well, it would be the school committee
Right.
for the finalists.
Right, it would be the
If
school
we could
committee.
see,
Right.
you know, that Sarah thought this, or Jesse
Yeah.
thought that, or, you know, that could be helpful.
We've done this before, in searches with quick turnarounds, so I'm sure we could develop some key questions and
Yeah.
have that data available, like, in the moment.
Yeah, I'm
I
just thinking
move
2 or
that
3
we-
questions, something really quick. That's my thought.
I move that we have a survey monkey created by MASC in order to provide feedback from faculty and staff who meet the finalists.
Second.
Bonnie?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
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 Kim?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
Arthur, yes.
My experience is that usually staff members that really want to get something across to school committee members do that pretty quick, but we will definitely.
I'm sure they will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
Thank you.
Okay, are
Thank
we,
you so much, Liz.
any more
Really.
questions?
Motion
Motion
to
to
adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
everybody.
much,
Good
Liz.
night.